Hello, hello, hello. Give everyone time to get in. We've got a guest coming, so we're excited about that. For some reason my lighting is not right. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Hi, T-Shine.
Hey, ma'am. Why everything is dark?
That's mine. Okay, so it's not just me, because I'm thinking the same thing as my stuff is dark.
I think it's not updating. They were doing something because I got a notification from Zoom earlier and I didn't look at it like I normally should. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, my screen, I look.
Okay, I'll fix it later, but this is why reading is important when you get the notifications.
Yeah. Can I at least see the chat? Okay, I at least can read the chat. But I can't really see myself.
I see you. I just can't see me.
Well, you're black. You're completely, you just
Yeah,
have
I
your,
don't know.
you don't have
No,
pictures.
my camera's on, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I
So
just see your name, like your camera's not on, but I look dark today. Like my background looks dark. Let's see. Can you guys see us okay? Can you see me clearly? Carolyn, Charity, Mavis, can you guys see clearly or do I look darker
yeah,
than
you look clear to me, like crystal clear.
crystal clear and you see my background is light?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't see me, but if you can see me, then okay.
You don't need to see you.
Well, typically, if you want to see yourself, make sure you don't make stupid faces.
Like, do you see me? Do I see me? Do we see each other?
Oh,
I
goodness.
can't see me. I can't see nothing over here.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Charity says your background is clear. All right. I guess I'm the problem here. I don't know what's going on, but okay.
Not the problem.
Very good. Very good. Hope you all had a very good day. We've got a good topic to talk about tonight, so it's exciting. Make sure our guest hasn't emailed any delays. I don't know if you guys noticed also, we have a new newsletter format that went out today. Thank you very much, Talisha. I think I love the new newsletter so much better. So guys, please, when you get that, I know you already got it, but when you look at your emails, please take a look at it. We're just trying to do a little something. We can't celebrate 3-year anniversary and do the same old stuff. So we're trying to do things a little bit different, give things a little bit of a facelift. So I hope you like the revamping of the newsletter. All right. And I know Dawn was confirmed. I'm sure she'll be here momentarily. So I had a really cool conversation today while we're waiting for Dawn to come. Had a really cool conversation today. Um, so remember when Kenyatta from Neutral Ground, and my teaser was that he was a celebrity because he was on Chopped. Well, I actually have like, I don't want to say a real celebrity. I always use the word real, like Kenyatta wasn't real because he was real, but but a bona fide celebrity, a celebrity has a campaign. And I had a conversation today with their people. And I am very, very optimistic. First of all, the campaign is pretty cool. But then it's a celebrity. So I should know more by the end of the week. But it's exciting. So everybody put the good vibes out into the universe that it all works out. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Kim. Tishan, you don't have anything from Dawn, do you? Here she comes.
And I just resent it too.
Hi, sorry about that.
Hello.
Network. I'm gonna turn my camera on. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I want to take this background off. Okay. Hi.
Hello,
Good.
my dear. How are you?
What is this? It's good evening. Yes, it's midnight for me. So I'm
That's right,
like,
because it's late for you, right? So Dawn is in what country are you in, Dawn?
I'm in Rwanda right now.
Rwanda right now. Okay. So Dawn is joining us from Rwanda. First of all, let's just jump right in. I know you guys know Dawn Dickson, right? She's been here on the 10K project before as a founder, the founder and CEO of Popcom. And she has started a new venture, and every time I see what she's doing, she is such an inspiration. When I saw what she was doing now, I thought this is something the community needs to know about. And so many of us are Popcom investors and have supported Dawn in her venture. And she's got Flat Out of Heels. I mean, she's got all kind of companies. She's definitely a serial entrepreneur. But Dawn, I'll let you give a little background about yourself for people who don't know you. And then let's just jump right in.
Can I share my screen? I have a little intro.
Absolutely.
And I've been trying for hours to get this presentation to download and it won't. So y'all just gonna kind of see it in its shell.
That's okay.
You know, I've been having like technical difficulties all the time lately.
Listen, we're just grateful.
I hate that it looks like this.
Midnight to talk to us. You can do whatever.
This is the slides. I was trying to get them out of Canva, but hey, y'all know I use Canva now. Anyways, this is me on social media, and a lot of the properties and more pictures and videos are there. So I'm gonna share a lot of things, but a lot of stuff is there. So about me, as Tawana said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Popcom is one of the businesses, still going. What brought me to Africa is I've always just loved Africa, African history. I've always wanted to live in Africa. Even in college, my minor was African American and African Studies. It's just been an obsession since I was young. And then I felt like the time was right after COVID. You know, I'm an empty nester. My daughter went to college and I love to travel. So, what happened? Okay, it's back. Okay. And so I've traveled to a lot of countries. To me, I think 30 is pretty good. And I really just loved Rwanda and Ghana. I first visited Ghana in 2019 for the year of the return when they were calling us back. And I really liked it. So I invested in a startup. And then COVID hit, so it kind of slowed down my momentum. But like I said, after she went to college, I decided to move to Africa. And the first country I moved to was Rwanda, where I'm at right now in Kigali. And then I went to Ghana last December for a vacation for Dirty December, and I stayed. I just stayed, okay? I just did not leave for like 2 months. So I just ended up getting an apartment, and now I call myself, I'm bicontinental between the US and Africa, and I'm bicoastal between Ghana and Rwanda because they're West Africa and East Africa. And since I've been here, I purchased land. So what really made me become a realtor was my experience was kind of crazy. There's really it's kind of wild, wild west out here. So I wanted to be a part of the change. So I decided that I would just start to do real estate to help it make the process easier for people, so they have to go through really what I went through, just a lot of confusion, because there's really no systems and processes. So I've been doing real estate just for passion since let's see, May. And I've sold multiple residential plots in Rwanda, 30 apartments in Rwanda. I'm going to share these with you. And 35 plots of land in Ghana. And then I've done multiple rentals. So I love to see the interest. And I'm happy that I was invited here today to share more things with you. And then this is my Y. This is my baby girl and my little grandcat. And she's 19. And this is a picture of her on our land in Rwanda, next to our lovely, banana tree. And this is a picture of her on our land in Ghana. So that was like a dream come true. Like, we talk about generational wealth and legacy. And I really wanted to root the future of my family in Africa. So, my grandkids will be like, oh, my grandma, my great-great-grandma went to Africa in 2022 and bought some land. And here we are in 2060. And here we are. So I'll get started. Anything else you want me to say before I jump in? Because I do have a lot of things to share with you.
No, that was wonderful. Go ahead. I'll jump in a little bit as you talk, but we're just excited to hear what you got going on.
Let me look in the chat. Okay, good. Let me see any questions if I'll right away, and I'll keep checking the chat. So I don't want to just dominate and talk. You definitely can ask questions, and I have the chat up.
Yes.
And Kim said, is it feasible to buy multifamily and lease from the USA? I think you mean if you bought a multifamily property here and you leased it to people. I hope that I'm right what you're saying. Yes, you definitely can do that. You just need a property management company here, well, in Africa, wherever you choose. And everything that I share with you, it's vetted, solid. It has a system in place for rentals. Everything is an income opportunity, except for one thing that I'm going to share with you, and it's coming up. But everything else is a system in place for you to make money. And I really encourage the bicontinental lifestyle, because it's not realistic for us to just up and leave and never come back to America and leave our life. But the same way we may, come to Africa 2 or 3 months a year, you're bicontinental, and then maybe planning for your future and for your retirement. So
yeah,
these are all things that'll set you up.
That's really why it was important to bring you here, because we've been really looking for that connection to the continent from investment standpoint. And there's always the trust factor that comes into play, right? And so when I saw what you were doing, it really resonated with, okay, we've got to get Dawn on to talk to the community, because you already have a very high trust factor number with this community. And period. Like you, I went to Ghana during the year of the return. I actually in 2020 bought some land in Ghana in Akrapong, and it was extremely complicated to get it done. And so being able to now have a resource that has the connections, because that's what it's all about, is that connection, the boots on the ground that make the process go seamlessly. That's really, for me, even personally, really exciting to be able to have and be able to utilize you as a trusted resource, just even for the land we have that needs to be developed still.
And I can help you there. But I'll tell you guys, I accidentally became a realtor. I never imagined doing this. It's just when I got there and I seen how it was, like what you experienced, Tawana, I said, oh no, I can't even comfortably tell people to come back to Africa, and this is what the heck's going on. Right. So at least I have to help people who are serious to be able to trust somebody. And I do live here full time. I mean, all my stuff is shipped from America here. I actually live here. So this is a quick summary of what I'm going to share with you. If you see my Instagram, I'll talk about this land in Cebu, where they're giving away this land. I'm going to talk about it real fast. But I really love this part. about our buying power and the African diaspora economy and just how big it is. And so, it exceeded $1 trillion 10 years ago. So we're continuing to just grow and grow. Like it says that we're wealthier than most countries and we're ranked 50 of the 196 countries. So just us, like just the diaspora and spread around, we are strong as, we're a country if we come together and put our resources together. And so the first thing that I'm going to share with you is a Cebu Pan-African Village. So this is their statement. The Pan-African Village seeks to bring these economic resources to Ghana. So they want us to bring our money there. Obviously, they see, wow, the Blacks are rich. I think they slept on us till you're to return. And then they were like, hold on a minute, they got money. So come on. So they quickly put some land aside for us to come and bring our money. And so they said, let us build the African community together and work together. So that really inspired me, and that made me go out there and purchase. My first land in Africa was actually over in this village. Now, I will say this. I sold 35 plots over here so far. It is so much work. It's so much. So I stopped. I told everybody I'm not doing it anymore, but I'll take one more group. So if anybody from this group, 10K, even to see the replay, anybody who is in this group, I will take you and I will suffer through it because I want to see people come, but it's so much work. It's so horrible. But I do have a team now, but you have to just stay on them every second, just watching them, everything that they do. So it's very hands-on. But anyway, so here's Accra, which is the capital city where you fly into. In this land is in a Cebu, we're the circle, so Cape Coast is where the dungeons, the castles, the dungeons are. That's 3.5 hours, 3 to 3.5 hours from Accra. So you see a Cebu is right there. It's about 25 minutes from Cape Coast. So you have Cape Coast is the former capital of Ghana. It's colonial town, British town, very old, colonial. My aunt said quit calling it old, but it's kind of run down town, but it has everything that you need there. So, supermarkets, restaurants, so everything. There's even a little nightclub, a couple of nightclubs. Everything is like still close by. So a little bit about this particular area. The chief, who I really like because he's actually a professor, such a smart man, and he had this idea to to welcome us back and allocate 5,000 acres total for over 50-year period for diasporas to return. So phase 1 is sold out. That was sold out pretty quickly in 2019, 20, and in 2021. And now we're selling in phase 2, which is where my land is at and everyone that I've been working with. And it is selling fast. I mean, it's really amazing how every time I go to the office, it's like more and more people buying. So it's exciting, but there's still plenty of land left. Again, this is where it's at, how you get there. It's really not 2.5 hours. There's so many police checkpoints. The requirements and the sizing, it's 100 by 80 square feet. So about, a little under a quarter acre for a plot. I have 4 plots. There's limit of 2 plots per person, but since it's me and my daughter, she has 2 in her name. I have 2 in my name. I have a client that's a mom and her 4 kids. They got 10 plots. They own a whole block. Nice, and they've already started building and they have a whole block to themselves. Can you imagine? Like, that's amazing. So they have like 2 acres, a little over 2 acres to themselves. And you don't have to be a resident. Residency is not coming anytime soon. Don't believe anything you see on Instagram about residency to Ghana. It's not true. But you can be there. Citizenship, you won't get. Residency, you can be there, get a resident permit. You can be there. And you just have to be of African descent. That's it. I got the price is coming. It's right here. So you get a 55-year renewable lease. This is something that always everybody gets all like up in arms about. So let me explain it. There's nowhere in the world I've ever heard of that you own property outright. I just never heard of it because you pay taxes. So you can go and buy you a house in cash today in America. And if you don't pay your taxes to the state, they will take it. It's not yours really. If you don't pay taxes, they will take it. So Ghana doesn't have, and neither does Rwanda, these annual property taxes. You get
you're going, I think we're losing you, Dawn. Yeah, Dawn, if you can hear me, we lost you. You went out. Okay, she'll come back in, guys. Sorry about that. Took me a minute to see if it was me or her. I know just that little bit was great information already. And y'all know I skipped bullets, so I saw that price. I'm like, that price point is nice. No, she's actually, Sylvia, she's actually in Rwanda. We'll give her a minute. Keep watching email, make sure she doesn't send a note in. Oh, Consuela, nice. So you just became an agent. You guys need to hook up then. Very nice. And Talisha just put her IG page on there. She talks a lot about this on her IG page. Oh, Kimley, 9 siblings. Go ahead, girl. That's the whole, that's more than a block. That's what's up. Oh, Consuela, thank you so very much. We love you right back. Yeah, Eddie, the prices of homes, and I'm sure she's going to talk a little bit about that. Buying the lot is one thing, but the cost of building a home, I'm sure she'll talk about that. They really are reasonable. Part of the issue is supplies are not as plentiful, though. And then finding someone trustworthy to build, which is the issue that we're having on the land that I bought, is just finding someone to oversee the project that you trust. And, they're not going to, buy a ton of bricks and give you half a ton and give somebody else the other half. So
Okay, I'm back.
very
Sorry.
good. You're back, my dear. That's okay.
Okay, so I got 3 networks. I literally have 3, and one's down, and I had to fire that other one up. All right, let me get my screen back shared. Where did it leave off?
I think we lost you at you were explaining how the renewable lease works. You compared it to taxes here, and you then were going into the 99-year land lease.
Yes. Okay. So, well, 99 years if you're a citizen. So I'm not, and we won't be right now anytime soon. So it's 55 years, and it's reasonable. Like I've talked to a lot of people about what is it like when these leases are up. It's gonna just, I mean, obviously we don't know how inflation and how life's gonna be in 55 years from now. I'll be 110. So, you gotta just make sure that when you buy property in these countries, you put it in something for your family to make sure that they don't miss their renewal. But I also heard like nobody comes like looking for it and chasing it down. It's very unorganized in Ghana. Maybe they'll get better in 55 years from now. But today, if your lease is up, it's just up. Like it's just kind of crazy. So let's see, I was in a deal to build student housing. Okay, sorry. I didn't know if that was for me. Okay, and then they said do a background check, but I haven't seen one, but they have the right to do it. Now, this is the part. The plots, they say they're free. Okay, that's what they advertise. They're free because they don't charge you for the land or for the size of the land. They just charge you for their administration fees in their first, like their zoning, which is $1,200. But I charge $2,500 for me to go do all the work because It's excessive and it really is not even enough. I really should charge like 5,000, but I don't. But that's why this is my last group, because I cannot do it again. But it's a lot of work. I mean, I was going to the office 2 and 3 times a week. It's just so much work, hands-on, taking pictures, running back and forth in the bush. I mean, look at my Instagram and you can see life in the bush. It's crazy. So that's why you pay me. You don't have to. If you're just like, no, I'm not paying you that, you can go there and pay $1,200 yourself. So it's open to everybody. You have 2 years to build something. So what we're doing is right now, because you have to claim your land, it's very important in Ghana. As soon as you buy land, you claim it by building something on it. So what we're doing is, or, usually they put a fence wall up, but we're putting like a temporary wall up just to claim our land. So that's just like a big deal. Just get it, and you just don't hold land. That it doesn't work like that. You got to get it and lock it down. So that's what we're doing now. And I help people to just like lock it down. Okay, this is the breakdown of the cost. This is all the things that it includes. It doesn't include the fees like doing your survey, doing your bulldozer, building your wall. It just includes me doing the work to make sure it gets done, facilitating it, reporting to you, connecting all the dots, tipping everybody, bribing everybody. It's just the way it is. Got to always have money in the hand to bribe at around every corner. So that's how my group was able to get their indentures in like 2 months, and everybody's looking at me like, how did you do that? I'm paying well. I'm paying very well in that office. So I'll make sure that you have everything, and it's no problem. Okay, so that's it. If you're interested in that, I have a form. So Twana, I'll send you all the links where they can fill out their interest. I have like reservation forms for everything. So lock that in. I'm sure you have more questions. I have another whole webinar about this. I just don't want to go too deep. Right. The next opportunity, I also am buying here. Silicon Accra, Montgomery Estates. So David Osei is a Ghanaian entrepreneur. He's actually the first African to raise money in Silicon Valley in the US, a tech entrepreneur. He exited and he came back to Ghana and took the money and bought this land himself and self-funded. He's building a tech park. So he has like already doing boot camps and data analytics classes, and he has data science class. So he's doing all this and he's building this Silicon Accra. So it's already built. People are already living there. It's very beautiful. It's on a golf course. It has a restaurant, pool. They're building out the fitness center and everything. And it's mainly sold out. So you can see that on my Instagram. I just posted it this week, like more videos of it. But they have one unit that they're coming out that they just launched. So it's under construction and none of them are finished yet. So this is like an early opportunity. It starts at $195, but he is doing a sale now for $175. So you can lock in for $175. All the houses come with a pool, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, a boys' quarter, boys' quarter is where your house staff lives, because most people here have a full-time live-in house staff. So they'll do your cleaning, they'll take care of your house, do everything, and they live there. So it's theirs. So essentially it's like another bathroom and a bedroom accessible on the outside of the house. Every house has a swimming pool and parking for 3 cars. And then of course you have a restaurant and grocery store and all the things in that community. This is about 40 minutes from Accra City Center, which is really no city center exactly, but I guess the area like where everybody goes, tourists go, like Kempinski, Movenpick, the popular areas. It's about 45 minutes from there. And they have they have cleared the roads, which is a big deal. If you've been to Ghana, the roads are horrendous most of the time, but the Silicon Accra, they cleared the road. So I was just there last week and they did a really, really nice job. So I'm definitely going to buy out there. This is just some of the again, pictures of it. It's a smaller unit, but it's big enough. It's big enough. They have some really big ones for $500,000. So the other models that they are sold out already, they were between $250 and $500 and they sold out. And it's I went to multiple events at this place. I mean, it's the who's who in Ghana. A lot of people, former president families, they have homes here. So it's also like you're investing in this community. I mean, it's golf course living. there's a luxury sector big time in Ghana. So that's who you're kind of putting yourself in around by being here. So that's why I want to be there. So more pictures of the inside. They're finished, they're built. You can look on my Instagram and see more. And if you're interested, I'll tell you. This is another project. These are standalone self-contained homes. So they're not in a development. They're just standalone homes in a neighborhood. So as you can see, there's 230,000. If you want to get a smart home, that's another 5,000. If you want to put a pool in, I think it's another 8,000. But they're very nice. It's actually an American entrepreneur. This is the house as of yesterday. So it's almost finished. And they're selling what they call off plan, which means like it's not finished. They want you to buy it early so you can put your own fixtures, finishings, and your own touch. But if they don't sell them, then you'll just get what they put in there. So I like, and it's very popular in Africa to buy off plan. Americans, not so much, but like people in Africa, they buy before you ever even break ground, and that's just what they do. So that's how they usually sell it. But in this case, it'll be done. I mean, you could be renting it out in December. It's almost done.
Wow.
So again, income opportunity there. So again, if you're interested in that, there's more than these. She's building as many as you want. She's an American woman. This is her third one. But again, vetted. There's payment plans available, very credible, reliable builders, and the process for the land is credible, reliable. Next opportunity, it's in Ada, which is a beautiful island community in Volta region of Ghana. So when you're thinking about Ghana, the country, on the central region's Cape Coast, so that's on the opposite side of the Volta region. So what I'm saying is like going west. And so you have the ocean on one side. I guess that's the Atlantic, that's where the slave happened. But then on the other side is like beautiful. It's like Miami. I mean, it's my favorite, actually. I love it over there. It's the Volta region, just like so beautiful. And there's so many islands, and many of the millionaires and billionaires, they have property, they own islands in Volta region. So Google this, like Google Ada, and you'll see some of the mansions that live in like Miami. So this is an island owned by an American man. And he developed it out, and it actually is almost finished. So this is a rendering, but it's multiple homes almost finished. And all of these lakefront homes are sold out. So the lake goes into the ocean. So it's really nice. Like it's water sports, jet skis. I mean, they're living the yachts, everything over there. Nobody gets in the water on Central Region, Cape Coast. It's dangerous water. You're not going to see boats, jet skiing, any water sports. All the water sports and the water activity is going to be on the lakeside, Volta region. So they have a water park there. They have all kinds of things already there. And then it's an income opportunity. So you can own it and then rent it out because it's a resort. So you'll just be the owner of one. So like I said, all these are sold out, but there's a new section available. These are for sale, and these are like they call them story buildings. So they have 8 units still available there. And here are the prices. So for the ground floor, $99,000, first floor, $127,000, second floor, $179,000. So these are the prices. They do have payment plans as well. But if you're looking for like that water lifestyle, there's the option. I also sell lands. If you want like raw land to build your own home in Accra or somewhere else, I can help you find it. And then, like everywhere, there's some bank sales and foreclosures. I have a long list of foreclosures. I wasn't going to go through them today, but I have a lot of them. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I mean, it's not going to be brand new builds. I only showed you new builds today. But, if you're just looking for something you can rent out to locals, I have a lot of those. Next is Rwanda. The project that I have 33 reservations. I got 2 for myself, 2 units in these apartments called C4 apartments. They're in the in Kabeza, and it's about less than 10 minutes from the airport, from Kigali International. They the first one is built and finished and sold out. And now the second phase 2, that's what I bought into. So this is a view I took with my own camera. I mean, just Kigali views are just unmatched. They're just so beautiful. So this is on a hill. It's just very beautiful. The phase 2 will have elevators, a swimming pool, a gym, football, soccer field, basketball courts, all those things. And a 1-bedroom is going for right now 40,000, and it's 8,000 down, and you pay over like a year and a half, 2 years. But the price will could go down. So if the government comes through with their funding, the price will drop to 26,000 for a 1-bedroom, and then they'll give you a refund. They just been waiting for the government funding. Yeah. So like the people that bought into phase 1, they only paid $18,000 for a 1-bedroom. They got in at a good time. It's still a good time. And if you want to get in now, they're taking reservations to start breaking ground this year, and it's 8,000 down. So let me see if I have another picture. You can see the different units. These units are 100,000. They're very beautiful. They're 3-bedroom, 2-level, but I got 2 1-bedrooms because I just want to rent them out. So they like to promote coming together as friends and family to do these bigger units. But for me, I think the most for your money is like doing the 1-bedroom. It's a good opportunity. So I'll send a link for that. Also, if you're into luxury, this is Oasis Park. It's very beautiful, luxurious building, high rise. It's giving like big city America. It's very, very nice. Oh, here's the prices, back to the prices. These are the prices. Studio, 77,000. So it's like I don't see the square footage. Let me think, because they don't use square feet here. So in my brain, it's about 700 or 800 square feet. The 2-bedroom, 168,000. The 3-bedroom, they have the penthouse, and they only have a few available. No, 3-bedroom is 208,000, and they have 2 penthouses available, and those are 450. And they're on my Instagram. They're insane. But they're renting for 4,000 a month, and they're renting them out to like, it's right across from the parliament and where people come, all of the international diplomats and also pilots and people. So that's like the high-end people will stay there. So you can see, in less than 10 years, you'll have your money back. And it's doing nothing but going up. Even the land that I just bought in May's already went up, and I haven't done anything to it. Here's some more pictures. It's just the views. I mean, look at these views. This is the view from the balcony in the master bedroom. This is the view from the kitchen. This is the living room. The finishings are high end. They just did a phenomenal job. There's a rooftop pool, an infinity pool, a gym. There's 2 restaurants on site. It's just very nice. It's super, super nice. And it's walking distance to the convention center. So that's another draw. So those are the 2. But again, I can get you land. I've sold 3 Americans land to build homes. That's also on my Instagram. So yeah, I mean, the plots are reasonable. For, let's see, 2,000 square. Let's say like the land they've been buying between 15,000 US and 20,000 US. Got a very nice, beautiful plot that, I mean, this land is just doubling over year. So Rwanda is a great place to invest, period. And there's still so much good land available. And they're building a new airport. And that's where my land is at, by the new airport. And it's going to get rezoned from agriculture to residential. So I'm waiting, because once the new master plan comes out for the city, they're expanding the Kigali city limits because they have a new airport. Qatar Airways is investing 40% of this airport. It's going to be a major airport. Look it up on Google. And so my land is adjacent. You can see the airport from there. Right now it's a farm, so it's zoned agriculture. But as soon as the new master plan comes out in October, or they say between October and December, my land's going to like double or triple. So it's land available over there right now if you want to get in over there. But people know, so they're like, it's getting sold out. But it's really nice. And you have to get an investor certificate to buy big land in Rwanda. Someone said, what are the monthly bills, water, electric, cable? It's all included. So I can't like give you a price for monthly bills, but they manage it for you at Oasis Park. So it's like a flat rate. And then are they furnished? Yes. They come with furniture. Yes, they're all furnished, and they're beautifully furnished. If you want like Kim, like a estimate, you could just email me and I'll find out like what that estimate of utilities are. It's just not on the top of my head right now, but it's definitely very affordable. And then they manage it for you and just take a small percentage of the fees, just small, like less than 10%. So the last one I'm going to share is Senegal. And this is Medina Bay Hotel. This is a real picture. It's built. Their grand opening was last week. It was sold out. It's, again, a Black American project, which I love. It's a group of Black Americans that came together. They lived there and they built this hotel. It's fractional ownership. So $10,000 a share, 160 shares available. One share is a 0.5%, a little over 0.5% of the entire rental pool. So there's your projected return, 8.8% in a year. They have conservative estimates because they're estimating their occupancy under 40%, but they're a major tourist destination for the Muslim community. There's a specific Muslim community that comes there, see 200 million a year, because it's like a pilgrimage place. So it's and the men and the investors who built this are also Muslim. So they built it to very much accommodate that community, and it's booking up already. So it's a very beautiful hotel, and it's just 25 rooms. So not too hard to manage, but again, $10,000, and you can put 500 down and make payments on your $10,000. So they're taking that now. That's all that I put out because I have so much stuff. So I just wanted to give like my favorite. I have so much. So
you are busier than I thought you were. Wow, that is amazing. So there's a question in here about the finance options. So in each country, do you see financing this in the same way we do it here?
No, not at all. Nothing close. It's usually developer financing. So you'll make payment plans to the builders, like Oasis Park. I think you have 3 years or 5 years. I mean, there are bank loans. It's very difficult to get them, and the interest rates, what I've seen, 24 to 30%. Does anybody want that rate? No. So I don't even tell anybody about this. They just don't live that way. Ghana and Rwanda are cash societies. Nobody has mortgages. Nobody has debt. There's no credit cards. They use mobile money. Momo is cash. Everything is cash. It was a big adjustment for me moving to a country that's all cash. And so that's how it is with the property as well. But they also are really going after diaspora. And so they do these plans sometimes a year to sometimes even 5 years, depending on, what you make arrangements for. But it's largely cash. But the thing is, the way the market is moving, you can sell stuff pretty quick. I mean, I've seen flips. My friend, which I'm just salty, but my friend, she got in on Shark Island early. She got in on Shark Island for like 65,000. Now everything over there is 200. I couldn't believe how the prices had jumped from 65 to 200, and even the houses, they were 125. Now they're 350, and people are paying this without even blinking. So still, I mean, the market is like super hot. It's not like America where it's going to crash because it's not based on the bank. It's based on demand and interest. So that's people make it valuable or not valuable, not the government, the currency, or the Fed or anything. It's like, hey, this is a popular neighborhood we want to be in. That we love this neighborhood. Okay, it's expensive. And that's not going to change. So the rising, very fast growing neighborhood, East Lagoon, in the past 5 years, it just blew up, and now it's very, very expensive. There's other areas that are on those lines. So I've been finding out like where the good places to invest and what's up and coming neighborhoods. So there's Aburi, which is like the mountains. It's beautiful. They have a lot of that's a place where it's like, it's next. I didn't show you anything from over there because it's like that direction, but I do have some things over there. Also, a Ghanaian American has developed some nice things over there. In Senegal and Rwanda, you own the land outright. No, everybody has a land lease. Well, see, Senegal, this is not land ownership. This is a fractional hotel ownership. I'm not selling real estate in Senegal yet because I don't really understand all their rules yet. I'm going to be honest. But this fractional hotel ownership, these guys also have hotels in Ghana, and I'm very close with them. So I know that they're legit, and they have hotels in America too. So they're very trustworthy, and they're doing amazing things. I've seen it firsthand. But Ghana and Rwanda is also in the land lease system. So again, just in your mind, like just put away some money every year for taxes, but just don't pay taxes. And then when 55 years is up, there's your money. You got to think like that. That's all. Just put it in your plan, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think this question was about the property in Senegal. It said, is it gated? And it says, are a lot of Chinese coming in also? And what is the wearing
Okay.
possible?
Is what gated? I didn't see the
I think
gated.
it was
but
this. I think it was the Senegal. It was the
the hotel.
Mhm, it was the hotel.
Well, I don't think it's gated. It's on a street. You know, like how those boutique hotels are like on the street and they're just like tall buildings on the street. So that's what I've seen when I've seen pictures. I haven't been there yet, but I do plan on going this year. But I don't think it's fenced. I mean, it's secure. Like you can't just walk in. You got to walk into the front and it's like a courtyard. But I'm pretty sure no.
Okay.
I'm going through
Anonymous,
the
I am not asking her how much she invested. That's her business. How much she
I mean, I
invested.
don't mind sharing, but I don't even see these questions. So I
So
guess
in the Q&A, Anonymous says, how much have
oh, there's
you?
a Q&A. Oh, there's a Q&A. Okay. How much have I invested? What is the army situation in Rwanda? Okay. Okay. How much have I invested? About 100,000. But I own a farm with 4 structures by the airport, and I own an acre of land, and I've cleared it, I've done stuff to it. So the property, my land was 70,000. I negotiated it down from 85. I don't mind sharing that. It's no big deal because it's gonna be worth like 4 or 5 times that in 2 years. So ask me then. And as long as the airport, opens in 2023, 2026 as planned. And then what's the army situation? I guess you're saying Rwanda.
Yeah.
Rwanda is the safest place and the most peaceful, quiet, calm, chill place you're gonna ever be. So it's yeah, it's fine. I mean, there's no army situation. It's nothing. It's so calm. I have to go to Ghana to turn up because it's very chill. Someone Monsilia asked, can you get the bank foreclosure list? I won't give you the list, but if you become my client, then we will work through the list together. Yes, but it's available. It's just a lot. Like you would need my guidance. I couldn't just give it to you. It's too much. I have to kind of guide you and help you pick through things. How's the exchange rate? Ghana exchange rate is crazy. It goes between 10.5 to 12 to 1 USD. I don't like it. Lately, it's been going between 11 and 11.6, which is not bad. It's good for us, not good for them. It's hard for the locals. I'm gonna be honest. It's what you call it, like a recession. Inflation's affecting everybody, and it's really kind of crazy to see. I would love to talk more with you. I have a few.
Consuela is a real estate agent in Ghana. So she's saying, or Consuelo saying, how can you guys connect? Because there's some opportunity there with their company as well.
Yeah, I'll put my email in this chat. And then after this call, I'll send you all the links. I'm sure you'll send like a replay and a recap. I'd rather just send
That's
you all the
exactly
links.
it. In the replay, we'll have everything listed nicely for them.
And then you can fill out the questionnaire and it gives details. I mean, I'm very thorough because I have a lot of clients and I like to give details. So trust me, you'll have all that and more. It's in folders. It's very organized. Did I miss any other questions?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think you got all the questions. You see some of the comments, mind blown.
They do have multifamily, absolutely. And you can build something. I mean, building is cheaper than buying. The only thing is you have to have a trusted builder. And I've luckily found a couple really good developers that I've interviewed and talked to. And I'm blessed to have a phenomenal network in Ghana. So I'm very grateful for that. And so I do know really good, credible builders that can build, but you can build a nice multifamily yourself, or get a foreclosure, because it's more expensive when buying off plan is cheaper. Like I said, when they telling you what they're going to build and then you put your money in, they build it. Once they build it, the price goes up. So I always say buy off plan, because the worst thing that can happen is you don't like it and you sell it right away, but it'll be sold out. Everything here gets sold out usually off plan. They'll have like 90% sold out before it's even done. That's how they operate. And they have money. They have real money over here. They have real money. They're not doing credit. I like it. It's nice. It makes me feel poor, but it's also inspiring.
Very,
So,
very good. Talisha, you
anything
said there was another
else?
question?
Oh, there's a Q&A. I keep forgetting to look at that.
There's two in the Q&A.
What is transportation like? Crazy. You need a car and a driver. I mean, there is Uber and there's Bolt and there's Django. These are rideshare services.
Yeah, you just had an incident, so we know you're not.
I had a bad incident
Yeah,
twice.
you're not gonna. Yeah.
And they're just
You need
not
a
nice
car and a
cars.
driver.
It's just get a car and a driver. Yeah. You can
And
do
it's
a
not
quick Uber
expensive.
somewhere.
Yeah,
It
not
is
expensive.
expensive. I
You
will
think it's
tell you,
expensive
it
to have a
is.
car and a driver?
Yes. Ghana
Really?
is not cheap. Yes. I played myself. I thought it was cheap. So because you need your own car, you know, and again, it's cash. There's no financing. There's no going to the lot. You're going to pay cash when you get there. So that's the barrier because you need a car. It's going to be like 20, 30,000 to get a decent one. And the driver's not expensive, about 100 CDs a day. That's cheap. That's $10. But if you're renting a car, I'm paying about 800 a month to rent a car.
Okay.
And the car is basic.
Okay.
So that's give you perspective on that. She asked, your fee is 2,500. No, my fee is the difference between 1,200 and so my fee is 1,300 and the land is 1,200. But my fee is not just me. I gotta pay a lot of people in this transaction. I gotta pay so many people to do things to get it done.
No, that
so
fee
it
is very,
includes all
very,
of that.
that fee is low. That's not a
Yeah. So it's $1,300, but a lot is included. And like I said, it's definitely, I didn't charge enough. I learned this in hindsight. I didn't charge enough, but I'm not doing it ever again. And
Right.
you're my last group for the rest of my life. I promise. Okay. Anonymous said, you're miles from the airport. I don't understand that question, but maybe you're saying the land is miles from the airport. In
Yeah, so if you're saying
Ghana,
you fly
yes,
into
it's
Accra,
3.5 hours away from
I wonder
Accra.
if they're saying if you fly into Accra, then you're
3.5 hours from the airport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There's regional, local Takoradi airport's hour away, but yeah, but I have no trouble. I fly in and out of Ghana all the time. I live in Cape Coast right now. Actually, my house is there. So I just go the night before, stay in Accra. I have an apartment there too.
Yeah.
And then, it's not bad. So if inflation's hitting the locals who's renting the properties, the foreigners, the embassies, the influx of tourists, it is popping right now. It's very, very busy. December, everybody makes all their money because it's crazy. Like I literally spent on renting Airbnbs and hotels in December of last year before I had my place. I spent $12,000 for 3 weeks. Because I stayed at Kempinski and rented an Airbnb was $1,000 a night, and it just got crazy. It was 3 weeks, yeah. So there's a lot of money floating around, and the locals, there are locals who have money, but they got their own stuff. Ghanaians own land and homes. They build homes. I love being around them. They're inspiring. Everybody has land and homes. So it's not often you're going to get a local renting from you, but the rentals are always booked up. There's not enough housing right now. One time concrete was in demand from start to finish. How long? I don't understand that question. I don't understand that question. So I have to skip it. What the group offer is
I think
based
you're
on
talking
making
about
one
the shortage.
transaction.
Hold on, Dawn. I thought around like during COVID, there was a shortage in building supplies at one point. I wonder
No shortage, anything right now. Me personally, I'm not building with much concrete. We're looking at sustainable building. So things like rammed earth, things like containers, there's bricks, there's other things you can do. Concrete is I'm not building with concrete because I want to build sustainable homes. But they do. It's heavy concrete. Kimberly, great question. Yes. One-time transaction. So I need to set a deadline. We could talk later, Tawana. We can pick a deadline for your group, and then I'll take you all together. Okay. Yes. I won't, because it's better, because then you'll be in a block, because what happens is I go buy the land and they put everybody together in the same like plots next to each other. So you want to be around like-minded people. It's actually really great because we have 35 plots and we're like in a neighborhood with each other. So it's nice. So yes, Tawana will decide what you think is best for the deadline, and we'll go back at it one more
Very
time.
good,
Now that
very
I know everything, it's gonna be, but it was hard. It was
absolutely
really hard.
wonderful information. I know Dawn went through that information fast, but it is midnight in Rwanda and she stayed up
Hey, it's
hanging
actually
out with
1
us.
a.m. And do I do
Yeah,
tours?
later.
Yes, March. I have a retreat in, Rwanda retreat and Ghana retreat in March. So just kind of stay tuned on my Instagram. And when I announce it, I'll share it with Tawana as well so she can share it with you. But if you get on my email list, that's kind of part of my intake process, you'll definitely get all the information, and you'll also get property alerts and things like that from me.
So one more question. Sylvia says, do you travel? So she answered that. She'll
Yeah, I
have
just
some
answered that.
retreats.
Yep.
Just answered that for you. So she'll have some retreats. This is
Yes.
awesome. We will get the replay of this out. It'll have all of the links Dawn sends us. So you may not get the replay as early as you typically do. So just be patient, but it'll have all of that information included. And then we've also put Dawn's IG page already in the chat, as well as her contact information for Dawn at cameo1homes.com. And so, we'll also have that in the next replay email that you get as well. The goal is to give you opportunity and show you how to build wealth. Just what we saw today. First of all, amazing opportunities. And if you look at those price points and you think about either reselling or Airbnb, all of those things, this is the way we can build wealth. And this is a wonderful entry point to investing on the continent with a trusted resource. That's been something we've been looking for about 1.5 years. And so to finally have a trusted resource is a big deal. I've been very hesitant to expose you to anything because I wasn't quite sure of the resource. And so, that because I'm very protective of you guys, but this is, Dawn comes with street cred. And so if she's already vetted the deal, then I trust the deal. Now, obviously, you got to do your due diligence and do what you need to do because this is your money, not mine. But I would trust her with my money. And definitely, resources on the ground is key. Like I said, we haven't built on my land because just the guy we were working with, he did a great job helping us secure it, even though it was a stressful process. But when it came to building, it got a little sketch. And so so I will be calling you to talk to you about that to see if you've got a reputable builder in that area, because we're about 45 minutes.
I have some nice ones. And then just the last question, it said, how do you get foreclosed on? Some Ghanaians who are banked, they can go to the bank and get a mortgage. And like I told you, it's between 20 to 30%. And they'll sometimes in desperation take that, and then they'll default. That happens. It's not an option for us. We won't get approved, but who wants to pay that much interest anyway? You can definitely get a loan in America and just take the money and spend it in Africa.
Right.
Just get a loan or a line of credit. You don't have to tell them what you're doing with it, as long as you pay it back. I wouldn't actually tell them, but don't try to get money over here because it's ridiculous. In the next couple of years, they're trying to get a system where the banks will run your US credit or your UK credit. But I actually love the freedom of not having credit. When I come to Africa and want to get an apartment, I just show up with money. There's no credit check. There's no nothing. Come with your money and you can live wherever you want. It's nice. It's actually really refreshing.
Yeah, that's definitely a mindset shift, but that is nice. That's very, very nice. Yeah.
Cash is king around.
So much. Cash is king. Kamari said that the other day. Kamari Ellis just said cash is king the other day on his live. And he is absolutely right. And so is Dawn. Cash is king. So let's remember that. So we need to talk a little bit more about that whole cash is king philosophy. We'll do that in the next few weeks. That's a good conversation to have. Dawn, this is wonderful. Thank you so very, very much. I do appreciate you so much, sis. I respect you. And I appreciate you, and your grind is real. You put in the work and you teach the rest of us how to do it. So thank you so very much.
Thanks everybody for your time, and I'll send the links. Hopefully I'll work with you and you'll be my neighbor and we'll be hanging out.
All right, my
Bye,
dear, you need some
everybody.
rest. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Bye-bye.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for joining. I want to tell you tomorrow's pitch. I'm hoping you all can join me for the pitch live. Tomorrow's pitch is, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is 9/26. Ooh, what's tomorrow's founder? Ooh, Talisha, what's tomorrow's founder, Talisha? What's a good tip?
Kind of goes
A
with
good
this
teaser?
theme. It goes with this theme of African. So we can keep with the African theme.
It does. That's a good tie-in. Very good. Okay. So we are staying on the continent tomorrow. That's a good teaser. We're going to stay on the continent. I know that was a lot of information, guys. I know Dawn went fast, but it was 1 o'clock in the morning, right? But I think we have everything we need. This replay will be sent, obviously, to all members, and in the newsletter, in that special email with this replay, you'll have all the links and everything she talked about. Her IG page, she does talk all about this on her IG page. So please, please, please follow her on IG. This could also be another opportunity for group economics. So, you know, my job is to show you what's out there, guys. And there's a lot out there. We just got to know about it, right? So we got to keep our ears to the ground so that we can learn about all of these things, and then we decide what works for us. So I love you guys. I've got another call I need to jump on, and thank you. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm excited. This is 2024. Better watch out. We ain't playing. We are not playing. I love you guys. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful evening.